morning. I'm Marisa, and welcome to this episode of A Cup of Consciously Awesome. So excited to spend this time with you today. Today's episode is all about compassion. And compassion is such a big word. We hear it a lot, and sometimes I think it's a little bit ambiguous as to, well, what exactly is compassion and stuff. Literally, compassion means to suffer together. When I saw that, I was kind of like, okay, that sounds a little like harsh and stuff. But really, what the heart of it is, what we want to do is when we see someone suffering, or when we ourselves are suffering to some degree, it's always nice to have somebody come along and help us out, or for us to go along and help and support other people when we see them struggling. So compassion is literally suffering together, but it's by being motivated to help them and to help alleviate the pain or alleviate the mental or emotional or physical situation that they're in to whatever degree we can. And it's really just being conscious and aware of what other people are going through and being there to support them. These days, we've got things that are big situations, big things happening in our lives that draw out a lot of support and help from other people. But sometimes just even in our everyday life, we could use a hand, a little lift up or a little pat on the shoulder and stuff to just help us keep going in the everyday things too. So it doesn't always have to be something big, huge that we're showing compassion to other people about. It can be the little things. And that's really what I want to talk about today, are some of those little things that we can do, sometimes for ourselves and sometimes for others, to help our day feel a little lighter, to help our situation smooth out a little bit, even if it's just for a few moments, just a few moments of, So what are some things that we can do to show compassion? One of the biggest things and one of the easiest things to do is to just smile. Okay? When you smile, when I physically smile, I can feel it in my body. I'm like, oh my gosh, my face is moving like this, and it's a smile, and it kind of cheers myself up a little bit just by smiling. But it also cheers other people up to see a smile. How many times do you walk down the street or through the grocery store and it's like everybody's in their own world and everything? And sometimes just seeing a smile on someone's face, no matter, what kind of day you're having, it makes your day that much better just to see a smile on someone's face. So that's something really easy that you can do for yourself and for other people, is to share that smile. Another thing you can do is to, be kind. Use kind words, motivate people, just saying a good, hey, have a great day, or hey, nice job with that, or you know what, you're working hard on that, I know you can do it. Sometimes just having those words heard, that can help people to kind of get over a little hump they're facing in that moment and stuff, and give them that energy and that motivation to keep going through that difficult time. So having that time to hear those nice words or be able to say those nice words to people is awesome. Another thing you can do, and this one's kind of fun, is doing like those, we've all heard those random acts of kindness, Again, they don't have to be huge. It can be opening a door for someone. It can be picking up something that fell on the floor. It can be picking a flower from the side of the road or something and bringing it home and giving it to someone. But just like little things that are unexpected that you can do for other people. So showing them that, helping them that way, and supporting them and lifting their spirits. And always listening to people and giving them the time, spending a couple of minutes with people when maybe, they haven't had connection with other people in a while. So having someone to talk to or listen to them. They're all pretty easy things to do. And I think sometimes it's just a matter of us being aware of the little things that we can do that can show compassion towards other people. And help them through a difficult moment, a difficult day, a difficult time. So, as you go forward today, smile at somebody, give them an encouraging word, pat them on the back, whatever feels right, and lift their spirits. And I know it'll lift your own spirits too as you do that. Alrighty, that is the inspiration for today for compassion. Now, take it away with our meditation for compassion. Enjoy your day.
Hi, I'm Laura. This is your meditation for compassion. So for this meditation, you can sit in a chair or you can lie down on your back, whatever you're most comfortable with. And you're going to close your eyes and just get started. As you sit there, relaxed and comfortable, take a deep breath in and release. Breathe in love and release joy. Breathe in hope and release passion. Continue breathing deeply and rhythmically. All distracting thoughts float away like puffy white clouds in a bright blue sky. They have no power over you. A beautiful sun and a gorgeous silver moon appear above your head. The beautiful yellow golden light of the sun and the silver blue moon dance together above your head. The beautiful light from each start to creep down above your head like it's making its way to the top of your head. And as the two lights are streaming down, they begin to join each other and make this beautiful, beautiful light, like a color you've never seen before. And as the light touches the top of your head, you can feel it almost instantly, like a beautiful, joyous energy. And as the light floods your head, it floods every inch of your eyes so that you may see the truth. And it floods your ears so that you may hear the truth. The light floods through your throat so that you can speak the truth with love, grace, and strength. The light passes your shoulders, releasing out any burden that you've been carrying. The light floods through your arms and your fingers, and you begin to feel a tingling on your fingers. And the light floods through your heart, illuminating every inch of your heart, and down through your stomach, and through your legs and feet. And then the light floods out your tailbone and enters into the space where you're seated, to the ground, to the soil, and into the center of the earth, where it meets the beautiful light of the center of the earth. And that light follows the light cord up all the way until it meets your tailbone again. And once again, you feel the beautiful rush of energy. Makes you feel so alert, but so calm at the same time. Rest into this energy of feeling your best self, your most loving self. And as you imagine a beautiful park, green grasses, and flowers, birds chirping, green grass, and pristine sidewalks. You can see the butterflies fly through the air. You can hear the birds talking to each other. And as you breathe in, smell the scent of the flowers as the whole park just radiates with spring and with love. And as you walk around the park, you take in the sights. You see a little family of raccoons in the woods as they help each other. You can't help but notice the compassion that they all have for each other, to make sure that everyone is doing well and looked after. And as you smile and you continue to walk, and as you look up, you see a couple of deer in the fields far above. And the deer look at you. You begin to feel the love and compassion that you have for all the animals on earth. And as you continue to walk and take in the sights, you find a park bench and you sit at the park bench. As you sit at the park bench, still relaxed, you begin to think of someone in your life, a friend or family, maybe just an acquaintance, that you know could really use a listening ear. And as you think of that person comes walking up behind you and sits down at the park bench next to you. And as you continue to enjoy this space, you show your friend the park, the flowers, you point out the family of raccoons, you show them the deer. You watch as a butterfly lands on your finger. You both smile, enjoy the moment. And then you look at your friend and you say in the most compassionate and loving way that you're there for them. That if they ever need anything, that you can lend a helpful ear. As you see the relief on your friend's face, You notice a look of love, a look of compassion. Your friend begins to open up and to tell you about what's going on. And with the love in your heart, you sit and listen. You don't give advice. You just listen with all your heart. And as your friend tells you everything, you nod. Maybe you rub your friend on the back. Just let the friend know that you're there for them. Listen to everything that she has to say. You feel so connected to this friend. Like you've gained so much perspective on what they're going through. You just have so much compassion for them. Like you want to help. And your friend tells you that they just really needed for someone to listen to them. And that they're so glad that you were that person that was just there to offer a listening ear. And they can't thank you enough because they just needed a friend. You tell your friend that you love them and you help them with anything. You give your friend a hug. And the two of you stand up and start to walk through the park again, reminiscing on old times, excitement for the future, compassion for each other and for others. You laugh at the squirrels as they run back and forth between trees or bushes. And you feel so much joy, so much love. And you notice that you're proud of yourself. Proud to be the friend who's there. Proud to be the friend to listen. And as you wave goodbye to your friend, you continue to look through the park, to smell the flowers, to watch the deer. And you feel so grateful for this moment, for this day. And as you open your eyes, you can still feel the compassion and the love in your heart. As you take that love and compassion through your day to be just the friend that everyone needs. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Chantel, and we're going to do movement a little differently this morning. So you can go ahead and find somewhere comfortable to sit. Let's get started. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of EFT or emotional freedom technique, but it's called so-called tapping. And it's this idea that there are energy points, or in acupuncture, they call them meridians, and they run all throughout our body. So we all kind of know that we're all energy, but sometimes our energy can get stuck. And so tapping is a way to release it and to let it go and to allow that energy to move freely once again. So we're going to start by tapping right here on the side of your hand, nice and light. Good. And just kind of breathe normally, like as you normally would. And then there's going to be a place where the next place that we tap, you're going to say, Chantel, am I on a hidden camera show? No, you're not on a hidden camera show, I promise. So you're going to tap on the top of your head, nice and light, spot of where it is. You can tap near it or around it even, and you can still get the benefit. So it's kind of like when you skip stones and those stones on the water, they just kind of ripple out. This is the same kind of thing. And you're doing great. So now you're going to tap just above your eyebrows, just like this. And you can close your eyes. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm going to do a little side profile so you can see this a little bit better. I'm going to tap above the eyebrows. Again, nice and light, nice and gentle. And if something is a little stiff, or if there's like a little bit of a dull ache, that can actually be okay, because that's a way for that energy that's been stuck to just move freely once again. And so if you feel any kind of tension or tightness or even a dull ache, I want you to make note of it, but there's no reason to judge it or even ask yourself, well, why do I feel this way? Well, that's okay. You don't even need to ask why. Just be like, oh, it's there. All right, cool. Now we're going to tap on the side of our eye. I think people also call this the temples. And again, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what that looks like. So side of the eye. And I want you to start to think about, like, what does it mean to have compassion? What does it mean to have compassion for ourselves and for others? And I sometimes think about the word gentleness and being gentle with ourselves. You know, just as we would be gentle with a friend or a family member if they were going through something, what would we say to them? What would we tell them to help them to know that they were loved and comforted? And then to be able to take that and give that to ourselves too. I feel like that's what compassion is about. Being gentle with ourselves in the same way that we would be compassionate and gentle to others that we love and care about. And then go ahead and tap right on your cheekbones. Now you can tell I'm not a doctor because I'm like, I think this is where the sinuses are. Sure. So again, I'm going to do a little bit of a side profile so you can see it's not directly under the eyes. It's just under there. And you're doing great, by the way. Again, nice and gentle. You don't need to be like, banging into your face or anything. And then if you are man, woman, I guess or even if you're non-binary, I mean, it doesn't even matter if you have a gender or you don't even identify with a gender. What I was trying to say was, if you maybe were a guy and if you had a mustache, that's where we're going to be tapping now. That's what I was just trying to say. So go ahead and tap. If you have a mustache, tap on that. And if you don't have a mustache, tap there above your lips. You're doing awesome, by the way. And just, again, breathe really normally and easily. And you're going to tap just below your lip, your bottom lip. And you don't need the two hands to do this. So I'm actually going to switch and use this hand instead. So this is, I have a little indent there. So that's where I tap. That's where I want you to tap. And if you start to do this tapping on your own, you want to tap for at least 7 to 10 times in each spot before moving on to the next. You're doing great, by the way. You're going to tap here below your collarbone or clavicle. Some people have like a couple little dimples. If you've got dimples, great, tap on them. And if you don't, that's okay too. So my clavicle is here. So you're going to tap right here. If you can, just kind of feel around. Like, it's nice to kind of know, like, being familiar where you're, of your body. And then you're going to tap underneath your arm. And this is a spot where sometimes, like, my clients will tell me, like, I don't really like to tap here, but I'm still going to show you where it is. So that way it's your choice if you want to tap there. And I'm going to tap there today. You're going to kind of lift your arm up and just tap the side. I'm like, it reminds me of in school when the teacher would say, give yourselves a pat on the back. And I'm like, give yourself a pat on the side. Again, you're doing awesome. Just think about, again, like, what it means to give yourself that time, being gentle with yourself, resting when you need to, maybe getting into your chair with your comfy clothes on, soft blanket, maybe a cup of your favorite tea, just relaxing and being gentle with yourself. And that's why I wanted to show you the tapping. And again, I'm left-handed, so I'm tapping over here. Wherever you want to tap, if you want to feel more comfortable tapping on this hand instead of the other hand, that's okay too. Yeah. Nice and gentle. A lot of times people tell me that they feel lighter. They feel more free after some tapping. I think it's awesome to tap to your favorite song. Just put on your favorite song and tap out to the length of the song. Now we're switching to just above those eyebrows. Go ahead and close your eyes. The side of the eye. I've completely lost track of time. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today for another morning with all of us at A Cup of Consciously Awesome. And if you want more information about the program Consciously Awesome, please feel free to visit our website, consciouslyawesome.com. Have a beautiful day.